Arrival.
Fences.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hell or High Water.
Hidden Figures.
La La Land.
Lion.
Manchester by the Sea.
Moonlight.
So let's get stuck in. Joining me on the showcase couch is film critic Melis Zararsız, and in our London studio, Jason Solomon. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Exciting day.
Yeah.
So Melis, let's start with you. 9 movies nominated. Talk us through.
Yeah. First of all, the predictions are quite right. They were quite right. We didn't get shocked with anything, maybe little things. Since last 2 years, there were 8 nominees, but this year it's 9. And we all love these movies, and we were all talking about this La La Land and Moonlight and all of the stuff.
So talk us through some of the movies. You know, there was 9. There was some obvious ones. There was some less obvious ones. What were the ones, the standout ones for you?
Yeah, La La Land was even before Golden Globe. It was in all of the festivals worldwide. So it was being talked worldwide. We were very excited about that movie. And in Golden Globe, it had it broke some records with lots of awards. And now it has another record for the nominees. I think since a lot of years there were no nominees. Like La La Land is, of course, our favorite, one of our favorites, and it's a musical and it's very interesting. The director is very young, and in Whiplash we heard about him, and he loves to shoot movies about music. The direction was great, everything was great, so La La Land was not a surprise. Moonlight was also not a surprise because of, again, Golden Globe and all of the festivals globally. Manchester by the Sea, again, another surprise for us, and it's a very touching movie and kind of movie that Academy loves. Arrival, a little bit maybe surprise.
Sci-fi drama,
yeah,
a little bit different.
Yeah, it's real different because, for example, last year's Oscar didn't see Interstellar, which we loved and which we talked a lot. And this year maybe we were talking between us, maybe it won't see Arrival too. But it was a really great movie, and it was a very interesting sci-fi. And Amy Adams was great in it, so it was a little bit interesting that Amy Adams isn't one of the actresses this year. But these are very, we were expecting them.
And what about, there was one, somebody who did get a nod, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, Mel Gibson was blacklisted by Hollywood, not only in Oscars, but in Hollywood because of some things that he said. Yeah, 10 years.
But his movie is now amongst the 9.
Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge is really a touching movie, and it's a strong movie, and it was also being talked in global countries. It's also about war, and like Mel Gibson's lots of movies, it's about peace. It's about war and peace. So it's a very touching movie. He's not in the director's part, but the film is, of course, it has a chance. So welcome, Mel Gibson.
Okay, women, let's take a look. Who got Best Actress?
And the nominees for lead actresses are Isabel Huppert in Elle, Ruth Negga in Loving, Natalie Portman in Jackie, Emma Stone in La La Land, Meryl Streep and Florence Foster Jenkins.
Melis, I'll turn to you for this. What do you think, Best Actress?
Meryl Streep is it's her 20th nomination.
I think she's broken a record now.
Yeah, but I think there are a lot of other chances, like Natalie Portman or Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Emma Stone will be her first if it's the case, but Natalie Portman had it before. But Jackie is a very strong movie. It's a new normal character that we know. So I think Natalie Portman will get it, but we'll see.
My vote goes to Ruth Negga, of course, being Irish as well. Okay. Jason, can we just quickly talk about diversity? I think it's ticked lots of boxes this year. What do you reckon?
It has. I think it was very important that they opened up the nominees and made it more diverse. But the point was, you couldn't force them. And you could tick the boxes, but you couldn't force these roles into boxes. Ruth Negga is, thankfully, terrific in the film called Loving, which is a bit of a downbeat movie, but it's a great story, and she's fantastic in it, holding up the flag for Ireland and Ethiopia as well. But, you know, if you look at a film like Hidden Figures, which has had a really good box office success in America and is a very lively film, starring Octavia Spencer and also featuring Mahershala Ali, who was nominated as supporting actor in Moonlight. He's having a great year at the moment. You know, we're really seeing three actresses of colour in the Best Supporting Actress category: Octavia Spencer, Naomi Harris from the UK, who many people know as Moneypenny, and now she's Oscar nominated for Moonlight. So I think we're seeing a real spread, of Viola Davis from Fences as well. And even if you look at the documentary categories, 3 films in the documentary category are about the African American experience. I'm Not Your Negro, The 13th, and another movie about O.J. Simpson. So, you know, it really is the story of the moment, and I think it's because there's enough material around. Now, a film like Moonlight getting 8 nominations, I think a few years ago that film might have disappeared. You wouldn't have get noticed, and now it's getting so much notice that people, and it deserves it. That's what the key thing is, that it has to be good enough to deserve it. That it's kind of gone all the way to the top. It's only a small little indie movie. Now, it might have a few years ago just been awarded a couple of Critics Circle Awards or a Gotham Awards, but now it's getting the full treatment, and that's because Cheryl Boone Isaac's changed the makeup and the voters of the Academy. So it's a direct result of that, and I think it's very positive. Now, what has to happen is that next year we have to have enough good films with the same content and the same spread of ethnic performers and stories to make this happen all the time and not be an extraordinary event.
Well, thank you both for joining us. That was a great conversation. I would love to continue it. That's it for now. Thanks.
Thank you.